Hey guys, if you're someone who's been laser focused on your career and thinking that as soon as you hit a certain income level or certain status, the right girl will just magically appear in your life, well, if that's you, you might want to stick around for the rest of this video. Because in this video, I'm going to show you why that belief might be holding you back from the dating life that you actually want to be having in your life, okay? And trust me, by the end of all of this, you'll realize that waiting for the perfect time to focus on your dating life could be, again, one of the biggest mistakes you're making right now. And I made that same mistake myself for many years, and so do so many of my clients, okay? So, number one, let's start with a very common belief. If I just focus on my career and become successful, women will just naturally come later. And I mean, it sounds logical, right? Women want guys who have money and resources, so just get the resources and they'll just magically come, right? But here's the thing. I've coached plenty of guys who are already killing it in their careers. Some who are making 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond, and driving luxury cars and living in amazing apartments. But they're still frustrated and single. Why? Well, it's because women aren't just looking for a guy with a high-paying job. There is so much more that goes into attraction. And in a few minutes, I'll explain exactly what those factors are: resourcefulness, intelligence, social status, et cetera. But the things that really matter to women go way beyond just your paycheck, okay? So just stick with me for a couple minutes here, okay? And by the way, if you think that you can just grind for a couple of years and hit some magic financial milestone and become a millionaire and then suddenly flip a switch and become great with women, I'm telling you, it doesn't work like that. And I'll explain why as well. I've made 20K plus in many months in the past. And if I didn't have the skill set with women, I was still lonely. So here's the real issue with the with the career first, woman later mindset. While you're waiting, life is still happening. Other guys who aren't as financially successful as you, who aren't as good as you in their fitness or whatever else, they're still building experience with women. They're still learning social skills and they're still growing their confidence. Meanwhile, you're just stacking up cash and making money and you're not stacking up any experience. And what happens when you finally arrive and decide it's time to start dating? Well, you might have the money now, but you're still stuck with beginner level social skills and confidence, and you're just this awkward goofball sitting on the sidelines. And here's something that most guys don't think about. Even if you do get the girl later on, if you don't have the experience, you're going to feel needy. You're going to be needy. You'll be constantly wondering, does she actually like me? Or is it just my money? And that insecurity will destroy the relationship. I've seen it time and time again. And I see it in my clients oftentimes. And I'll share some stories about all of that in a bit. There's a guy, one of my clients, who had this exact issue. And he realized his crucial mistake later on. So I'll explain that in a bit. But anyways, let's talk about what actually matters to women. Because yes, success is attractive, but it's only one part of the equation. And studies on attraction show that women are drawn to traits like confidence, like leadership, like emotional intelligence, things that can't really be bought with money. These are skill sets that you build by interacting with people, by facing rejection, by getting out of your comfort zone, not just by making money, okay? So think about it this way. If you have, on the one hand, a guy who's been actively dating for the past 5 years, and he might not have your bank account, but he's making some money, and he's learned how to approach women, and he's learned how to flirt, and he's learned how to present himself effectively on dating apps, and he's learned how to lead in a relationship, you take him, and then you take you, and you're making 6 figures, but you're still over here, only focused on your career, and you have no social skills and no experience with women, and you can't lead them, and you're awkward, well, you're still stuck at square one. And here's the kicker. Even if you don't care about dating right now, you're missing out on something huge. The confidence and social skills that you build from dating, it carries over into your career. Guys who are good with people move up in their jobs faster. They move up in their businesses faster. They build stronger networks faster. They get all these benefits that only come from building social skills. Okay? And in a moment, I'll explain how improving your dating life can actually accelerate your career success, because it's not just about getting dates. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts both women and opportunities. Okay? So let's move on a bit. So here's the dangerous part, the trap of the self-improvement loop. Another belief that holds many guys back is this: I need to keep improving myself before I can start dating. I'm not ready yet. And look, I'm all for the idea of self-improvement, yes. But here's the problem. A lot of guys use it as an excuse to avoid taking action. They think, I'll start dating once I hit the gym for another year, once I have a six-pack, once I make more money, once I get my life in order, once I'm XYZ random bullshit here. But guess what? There's never going to be a perfect time. If you keep waiting, you'll look back in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years, and realize you've wasted all this time when the truth is you never needed to be perfect in the first place to start. You just needed to start, and that is your only chance to actually improve. Because the way to improve isn't through constant preparation and constantly trying to get everything dialed in your life. No, it's through experience, taking action. One of my clients, he's 39 years old, and he hasn't had a girlfriend ever in his life, actually. And it's sad because he's making six figures. He's a good-looking dude, but he's alone. His life is empty. And I don't want you to end up that way. It's a sad life. Spending Christmas alone, like having no one to come home to. It's tough. So in a bit, I'm going to share a simple framework that you can use to start building confidence today and start getting real results with women, even if, again, you feel like you're not ready yet. Okay? Because it all comes down to action. It all comes down to actually doing something to move the needle forward in your life. So we'll get to that in a second. But here's what needs to happen. What is the mindset shift you need to make? Well, you have to stop thinking of your career and your dating life as two separate entities. Instead, see them as two areas that feed into each other and grow together. As you build confidence with women, you'll notice that same confidence showing up in your work. And you'll speak up more in meetings. You'll take more risks. You'll carry yourself with more presence. You'll get more respect from those around you. You'll close more deals. You'll improve your business. You'll make more connections. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait years to see results. With the right strategy, with the right guidance, you can start getting dates and building confidence in weeks. I've seen it happen with my clients over and over again. Guys who went from being completely stuck to going on multiple dates a week within a month of working with me. One of my clients hadn't been on a date in 6 years. No dates in 6 years. And within a week, he had 2 dates in person. He had another date that he wanted to go on, but he didn't have time for it. And even aside from those 3 dates, the 2 that were in person and the one he had to cancel because he couldn't make it because he had no time, aside from those, he had 7 other girls who wanted to hang out, but he just genuinely could not set up any time for a date with them. 6 years with no dates, 2 dates in his first week, plus another date he had to cancel, plus 7 more just waiting to be scheduled. This stuff works. So if you're thinking, all of this sounds great, but where do I even start? Don't worry, I've got you. In a second, I'll explain exactly how you can take the first action step today and start actually getting some results in your life. Okay? So look, if you've been waiting for the right time to focus on your dating life, I want you to use this video as your sign. Don't wait until you've made it, because making it is just an ambiguous, undefined idea that you'll keep on pushing off until some distant point in the future. And the issue is that so many guys are saying, I'll date when I achieve XYZ, but XYZ keeps changing. The end point keeps changing because they're just using I'm not good enough yet as an excuse to avoid embracing their fear and taking action. They don't want to approach girls. They don't want to go out there and build a social life. They don't want to face their discomforts and get out of their comfort zone. So it's much easier to just say, yeah, I'm not good enough yet. I need to earn more money. I need to focus on my career. I need to focus on my mission. It's just a way of escaping the discomfort. It's a way of avoiding the growth. Okay? So again, don't wait until you've made it in your career to start living the life that you want to live. Because by then, you might realize that you've been climbing the wrong ladder all along. We're pursuing a life of fullness here. Not just a life of money, a life of fullness in every area. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start getting some real results, you can book a free call with me down below. And on that call, we'll talk about exactly where you're at, where you want to get to, and see if I can even help you to bridge that gap. And again, no pressure. It's just a conversation to see if we're a good fit, okay? But regardless, remember this. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. The guys who win in life, they're the ones who actually take action even when they don't feel 100% prepared, okay? So take that first step today and let's get you moving towards the dating life and the all-around life that you actually want, okay? Book a call down below, and I'll see you soon. God bless.